It's a nice warm day, and for this episode of my Anger Diaries I thought, why not be mindful? Why not sit in a large expansive field, get some oxygen, soak in the vitamin D and just feel at one with nature, you know? Natural medication. Hi friends, it is Sam and welcome back to my Anger Diaries. Today I thought I'd look at Mind's website. Now, Mind is a mental health organisation here in the UK and they deal with all sorts of mental illnesses. So I thought today that I'd have a look at their section on anger management and see what advice they have to give angry little souls such as myself. Sorry if I'm squinting a lot, the sun is right in my face, but you know, gotta get natural light for the YouTubes. Here is the website. You can see nothing because sunshine. But if I masterfully hold the phone here for a second, maybe I could doctor a screenshot on there and it'd look so cool. I don't know. Anyway, if you just Google Mind Charity, it'll come up with the website and there'll be a subsection with A to Z, and if you just click on whatever mental illness you require advice for, it'll come up with a page like this. So first it says how to cope with anger, which is a PDF. Oh, okay, so you can get a how to cope with anger PDF free on the Mind website. Let's have a look. It explains anger, gives practical suggestions for what you can do and where you can go for support. Also includes advice for friends and family who suffer at the hands of my anger. Let's download the PDF. Oh my god, it's a big PDF, guys. It's 18 pages long. Wow. So when is anger a problem? Anger only becomes a problem when it gets out of control and harms you or people around you. This can happen when you regularly express your anger through unhelpful or destructive behaviour. Your anger is having a negative impact on your overall mental and physical health. Anger becomes your go-to emotion, blocking out your ability to feel other emotions. Or you haven't developed healthy ways to express your anger. Feelings of anger arise due to how we interpret and react to certain situations. Everyone has their own triggers for what makes them angry, but some common ones include situations in which we feel threatened or attacked, frustrated or powerless, that we're being invalidated or treated unfairly. Oh my god, so much me. Oh, you won't be vegan for long. Oh, you don't need to be vegan. You're not saving the planet. Animals don't have feelings. You're not really asexual. You'll find someone. So much invalidation goes on in my life. So much. Whether your anger is about something that happened in the past or something that's going on right now, thinking about how and why we interpret and react to situations can help us learn how to cope with our emotions better. It can also help us find productive strategies to handle our anger. You may have been brought up to believe that you shouldn't complain and may have been punished for expressing anger as a child. This can mean that you tend to suppress your anger and it becomes a long-term problem where you react inappropriately to new situations you're not comfortable with. If you don't feel you can release your anger in a healthy way, you might also turn this inwards on yourself. Growing up, I never thought of myself as important as my peers. So I would internalize any of my suffering, especially if my peers were suffering, because I feel like I needed to focus on them and they were more important than me. So the whole turning things inwards on myself thing has always been a thing. You may have witnessed your parents or other adults' anger when it was out of control and learned to think of anger as something that is destructive and terrifying. This could mean that you now feel afraid of your own anger and don't feel safe expressing your feelings when something makes you angry. Those feelings might surface at another unconnected time, which may feel hard to explain. This is really insightful. Okay, I relate to so much of this. I'm gonna have a drink break while this siren's going wild. This is what I get for filming out in the public. What can I do to manage my anger? Now this is where it's gonna get juicy, hopefully. It can be frightening when your anger overwhelms you, but there are ways you can learn to manage your anger when you find yourself in difficult situations. The first bullet point is look out for warning signs. Anger can cause a rush of adrenaline through your body, so before you recognise the emotion you're feeling, you might notice that your heart is beating a bit faster, your breathing is quicker, your body is becoming tense, your feet are tapping, you're clenching your jaw or fist. Recognising these signs gives you the chance to think about how you want to react to a situation before doing anything. This can be difficult in the heat of the moment, but the earlier you notice how you're feeling, the easier it can be to choose how you manage your anger. Which is the important thing. Feeling anger is completely okay and normal. You do not want to quash it because it's a human emotion and it's gonna happen. What you want to do is manage it. So if someone does something to make you angry, you can either lash out at them or you can run laps, run off your anger. Which one is going to be more harmless? You may want to hurt the person who's hurting you, but it would not solve anything. It would actually make your life harder. Buy yourself time to think. Sometimes when we're feeling angry, we just need to walk away from the situation for a while. This can give you time to work out what you're thinking about the situation, decide how you want to react to it, and feel more in control. Some ways you can buy yourself time to think are counting to 10 before you react, which has never been enough for me. I'd count to 10 and then continue to be angry. I'd angrily count to 10 and nothing would change. What I do is I count down from 100. No matter how long that takes you, if your trigger continues to trigger you, stop counting down, wait for them to stop, start the countdown again. It takes a very long time, but it's far more effective than counting to 10 once. Taking yourself out of the situation by going for a short walk, even if it's just around your block or local area. Like I said, exercise, very good for negative emotions. Even if while you're walking angrily and you get to your destination angry, it does your body good. You know, you may still feel angry, but your anger will be so much quicker to dissipate. Try some techniques to manage your feelings. You could breathe slowly, try to breathe out for longer than you breathe in and focus on each breath as you take it. Helpful, I do that. Relax your body. If you can feel your body getting tense, try focusing on each part of your body in turn to tense and then relax your muscles. Also, something I've done that does help, even if you're not tensing, it's a form of meditation. Stand there or sit there and focus on your toes. Focus on what's touching your toes, what you feel. Are they warm? Are they cold? Are you wearing socks? How do the socks feel? How does the carpet feel on your toes if you're not wearing socks? And then work your way up your body. How do your knees feel? Are they bruised? Do they feel okay? Are your leggings tight around them? Do you need to adjust your leggings? I've got to do that quite a lot when I'm in the seated position. And just focus on each part of your body, how it feels, what it feels, and it's so calming. Exercise, again, try to work off your anger through exercise. Use up your energy safely in other ways. This can help relieve some of your angry feelings in a way that doesn't hurt yourself or others. For example, you could try tearing up a newspaper, hitting a pillow, or smashing ice cubes in a sink. Also, another great one, put biscuits into a food bag, seal the food bag. Well, you could just like hold it down so that they're not gonna fall out or move. Get a rolling pin, smash them up. Smash them up, smash up those biscuits, and then eat them with a spoon. Helpful with anger, also tasty. Do it. Do something to distract yourself mentally or physically. Anything that completely changes your situation, thoughts or patterns can help stop your anger escalating. For example, you could try putting on upbeat music and dancing. I got angry while I was driving yesterday and there was a song on and I just sang along to it and I felt better. That's a thing. Doing something with your hands, like fixing or making something. Doing something creative, like colouring or drawing. Writing in a journal, or taking a cold shower. How can I control my anger long term? If you think about how to manage your anger when you're feeling calmer, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed by it in the heat of the moment. In particular, you can learn your triggers, which we did in my last Mad with Sam episode, which you can watch hither. Examine your thought patterns, which I have been working on, actually. Like, someone will change my immediate plans and I will take a second to let it sink into my self-destructive little brain, and then I will tussle with myself inside, and then I will try to tell myself that I'm okay with it, that the world will not end just because my plans have just changed. And that tends to work. I have to take a second to respond, which people may think makes me a bit empty in the brain, but it works and I don't get angry. It can be very difficult when someone you care about is experiencing problems with anger, especially if they sometimes direct their anger towards you, others close to them, or themselves. We are all responsible for our own actions, so ultimately it will be up to them to learn how to manage and express their anger appropriately. But there are still lots of things you can do to help support them. Stay calm. Although you probably have a lot of feelings of your own, if you can stay calm, it can help to stop anger escalating. Try to listen to them. If you can, allow them time to communicate their feelings without judging them, which is actually a big issue for me because I talk very slowly. I have to think about what I'm saying to a person because I either say the wrong thing, swear a lot, or offend. So that is a huge one for me. I take a very long time to enunciate my point, and people who don't know that often talk over me, and that is one of my biggest anger triggers. So listening is a very good piece of advice for family and friends. Give them space. If you notice that continuing the conversation is making it worse, give them space to calm down and think. This could be something like going into another room for a while or spending a few days apart. It's important to give yourself space as well, so you don't find yourself getting too angry. It can be difficult at times to support someone else, so make sure you're looking after your own well-being too. So yeah, that is mine's section on anger. They also have sections on depression, anxiety, all the letters of the alphabet. I don't know, I just blanked on all the mental illnesses because those are the three I have and I'm very self-centered. But yeah, they have a very extensive list of mental illnesses that they specialise in and that they can give you help and advice for. So I really recommend checking out mine's website. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Everything will be linked below, along with lots of other sources. So do check those out if you think they'll be helpful to you. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you want, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!